Welcome to the WNBA Picks and Plays edition. My name is Abby. This is for Sunday, August the 3rd. We have four WNBA games to go over with you. We had five. That's why I was hesitating a little bit. But by the time you guys see this video, we're not going to be able to catch that first game, New York and Connecticut. That's going to start at 1 o'clock. So we're going to do the 3 o'clock games. That's going forward. That's why I hesitated a little bit. So I do apologize. So we're going to be doing the 3 o'clock games and beyond. So we're not going to do the Connecticut New York game. Like I said, by the time you see this video, the New York Connecticut game is going to start. So we're going to start with the Indiana Seattle game from 3 o'clock onward. We'll start with that game. Again, the odds are courtesy of covers.com. It's covers.com. This is the line moves, totals, and the injury report, covers.com. That's on the front end that you see on your screen. Back end's oddslogic.com. Line moves, totals, injury report. So we'll start off with the first game here, the 3 o'clock game, Indiana at Seattle. This one here, the opening number was at 2.5, Seattle. So from 2.5 now it's gone to 3. You're seeing 3s on the board. And the total opened up 157.5. It's now 163 across the board. So we are going to look at the injury report for this game, which he was in and out of the lineup for Indiana and Seattle. Indiana and Seattle. Caitlin Clark, of course, is out with the groin indefinitely. Kaylu Samuelson, as you know, is out for the season with the knee. Nia Mule out for the season with the knee. So those are the injuries for that game. For the sharps and for the public play for the sides and totals for this game, we're going to look at that now. And right now we see the public on the side of Seattle. It's mainly Seattle money coming in. And the public is on the over in this game. Getting some over money. Now I do have a client play for this game, but I will give you a free play for the show, a recommended play for the show. So we'll look at that now. Let's see here. I'm going to take a look at this now. So head-to-head, they've only played once so far. That was on June 24th in Seattle. Indiana won 94-86. They covered as a 4-point favorite, and it went over the 168. So Indiana's won the last 2 games of this series. They've beaten Seattle at home, August 18th, 92-75. They're a 4-point dog, and it went under the total. So we'll look at this game now. We're going to see what the best moves are, and at the same time, we'll look at the past 5 games. Past 5 games for Indiana right now, they've actually won 4 straight games. They're 4-1 in the last 5 games, and they have won 4 straight. And for the over/under, they are 3-2 to the over. Seattle, they're coming off a loss to LA in double overtime. So they've been up and down with the wins and losses. They're back and forth. They're back and forth here. So 2-3 last 5 games. They're 2-3 to the under in this game. So we'll try to find you a play, get you a play for this game. Look for the a recommended play. Give you a recommended play for this basketball game. Just bear with me for a moment, guys. Trying to find you a play. Like I said, I do have a client play for this game. Just trying to get you a play for the game itself. So we see here. Let's see here. Just give me a moment. Sorry, guys. My system's a little bit slow. Bear with me for a moment as I try to crunch some numbers together, and see if we're able to get you a play here. Get you a recommended play for recommendation purposes. So Seattle. Let's look at this. Let me look at something here. I'm just checking something for one moment. Let's see what we can give you guys here. Let's take a look at this. All right, so the first half play that we recommend, we would recommend taking Indiana in the first half, plus 1.5. Like I said, Indiana's won 4 straight games. And the thing with Indiana in those 4 straight games, they have been on the ball in the first half. They've been a solid first half team in the 4-game winning streak. They've been very solid in the first half. They come out and they play early. They come out and play hard early. They don't slack off in the early parts of the game. So that's the reason why I would recommend Indiana plus 1.5 in the first half. I think that's the play to go with. I would go with that. I wouldn't talk you off of the full game, like I said, plus 3 or what have you. But I would recommend, my recommendation for me is the first half. Get in early, get out early is my motto. That's the way I look at it. Like I said, Indiana's been playing good in the first half. They've been solid in the first half. I know when they're on the 4-game winning streak, they've been favored in 2 out of the 4 games, but they have been playing well in these kind of situations. Like I said, they have been playing well, and like I said, they've been solid in the first half. Last 4-game winning streak, like I said. So definitely take a look at Indiana in the first half plus 1.5. That's the recommended play. Like I said, I have a client play for this game. We'll get into more of that later, but nothing on the total nothing on the total for this game at all. For the second game we're going to look at here, game number 2 is Washington and Atlanta. So this one here has opened up at -6. I'm sorry, -6.5. That's the opening number. It's now come down to 5.5. We're even seeing some 5s on the board, but we're starting to see 5.5. So it's creeping up to 5.5 in this situation. We are going to look at oh yes, we got to tell you the total. The total opened up at 159. It's dropped to 157.5. I even saw 158. So we're going to look at the injury report now for this game. So the injury report here, this is Washington and Atlanta. We have Aaliyah Edwards, questionable to play Sunday at Atlanta with her wrist injury again. So she hasn't recovered from that wrist injury. She's been out for quite some time. On the Atlanta side, Ryan Howard's out indefinitely with a knee injury. And that is it for the injury report. Now for the game itself, let's see here. It's all Washington money right now coming in. Washington money is pouring in. And the under is pouring in. Washington money and the under. So that's the consensus in this game. So we're going to take a look at this game. I believe they have played it twice already, if I'm not mistaken. We'll check now. So Washington and the under in this one. Yeah, actually, they played 3 times. This is probably the 4th and final meeting. So, first meeting May 18th, or sorry, May 16th in Washington. Washington 8-point underdogs. They covered 194-90, over 157 and over 157. Second game June 15th in Washington. And Atlanta was a 4.5-point favorite in Washington, and Atlanta covered 89-56. Third game in Atlanta, June 20th. Washington was a 9.5-point underdog. Atlanta covered. That's right. Washington covered, and Atlanta won by a point. They barely won that game. It was over 157. So this is the 4th and final meeting. Atlanta does lead the series 2-1 for this year. So Washington looking to even the score. So look at the last 5 games between these two teams. Against other opposition, last 5. We see Washington. They've alternated wins and losses. They've been back and forth. So they are 2-3 last 5 games. And they are 2-3 to the under. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Dream, they've won 2 straight games. And they are 4-1 the last 5 games. 4-1 the last 5. They've been playing pretty well. Let's look here. Yeah, so they've won 2 straight. Four out of their last 5 games they've won, and they are 2-1 to the over/under. 2 overs, 2 unders, and a push. Like we said, Washington, as we mentioned before, they are to the over/under 2-3 to the under. So for me in this game, I have a client play for this game. I'm not going to give that away. I do have a client play. I won't give that away, but I have a client play for this game for sure. Do have a client play here, but for the show itself, I'm going to look for a play for you guys here. Yeah, for the show itself. Trying to find you guys a good play. For the play itself, let's see. So we can get you guys here. I'd say Washington in the first half. If you can get plus 3.5, take Washington plus 3.5 in the first half. I like him here in the first half. I would recommend that play. They have played Atlanta pretty well. Like I said, especially in the last game when they played head to head. They have played them pretty well. Yeah, they play these guys pretty tight. But lately, in my opinion, I feel Washington they have been they're very competitive in the first half. They're a feisty first half team. They have so that's a team that plays hard from the jump. So I feel that at this 3.5 at a 3.5 point spread in the first half, that's the way I would go. Now you got to shop around for the best number. FanDuel has 3.5, so shop around for that best number if you're going to take this recommended play. Some books might have 2.5, but shop around for the best number, like I said. Let me see. I'm checking other books that see what other books have. But yeah, you got to shop around for the best number. See, some of you got 2.5. I've got a 3. This is FanDuel. FanDuel's got 3.5. So if you can get a 3.5, even better. Some books, like I said, have 2.5. Yeah, it's two. They're getting it's 2.5. Some books have that right now. Let me see. I'm just gonna check something here. Yeah, it's mainly what I'm seeing is mainly threes. There's a lot of 2.5 and threes that are showing up for the first half. Um, yeah, for me, I would take I would if you can get a three, try and get the +3. But that's why I'm saying shop around for the best number. If you can get +3 first half, take +3 Atlanta. But try and shop around. I wouldn't take Atlanta at the 2.5 in the first half. I wouldn't recommend that. That's why I said try and get the best number. Now for the total, this total one, the total is tricky. Oh gosh, this is a tricky one because they're 1 and 2 to the under. Actually, sorry, 2 and 1 to the over in this one. Uh, hmm. This one's tricky. For the total's tricky. Maybe what you want to do, look at the first half over. It's 77.5. That's something you want to look at. I would look at the first half over. Because the first half over is 77.5. Let me double check that. Because I just saw that. So I would recommend the first half over in this game. Instead of full game. Because I don't know about the full game. I'd look at the first half over. Yeah, that's a little bit tricky. For me, that's kind of tricky. I look at first half over. Let me see something here. Okay, we saw 77.5. I know I saw that. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna double check that right now and see. I'm taking a look at that and see what's going on. Let me take another peek. Like I said, we saw 77.5. I know. I just saw that. I know. I just seen that. Let me see. Yeah, take 77.5 over in the first half. That's the play I would recommend. So we gave you two plays. Try and get 3.5 or +3. Washington in the first half. And you look at the over in the first half, 77.5 in the first half over. So you want to take advantage of those. Those are the ones that we would recommend. Like I said, I do have a client play for this game. There's a client play for this game that we yeah, we have a client play for this one. So, and we'll get into more of that later with the client plays. But that's how I would approach this game. That's the approach I would take. Third game we're going to look at, and we have a client play for this one as well. Yeah, we have a client play for this one. Golden State Valkyries and Las Vegas. This one here opened up -8. Let me hold on. Sorry, -4.5. Valkyries -4.5. Total 156. Now it's gone all the way to 8. This is a major jump. 8.5 now. There might be some sort of major injury in this game. That's a big jump. Let's take a look at that now. Golden State Valkyries in Las Vegas. I'm guessing Monique Billings is out of the lineup. I think she's out. So Cecilia Zandalicini once again questionable to play Sunday at Las Vegas with a foot injury. Yeah, she may not play. I got a feeling she may not even play in this game. Tiffany Hayes with a leg injury, questionable to play Sunday at Vegas. She's 50-50. Monique Billings, yeah, she's out indefinitely. So that's the big one. And like I said, Tiffany Hayes is a big one. That's why I went up to 8. Kayla Thornton's out for the season. Those are some big ones. Those are some big injuries right there. Especially the one with Tiffany Hayes. Although she's 50-50, the line is jumping up. And even if she plays, I don't know if she'll be 100%. So like I said, the line has gone to 8.5. Total is not 157. We're at 157 right now. Open up at 156.5. Let's take a look at this game here. Yep, it's all Las Vegas money. And the under in this game. All Las Vegas money in the under. Las Vegas money in the under. Let's take a look at this one here. I'm going to take a look at this. I believe they have played twice or once. Yeah, they played 2 times. I was right. So first game, June 7th in Golden State. Valkyries covered as a 12.5-point underdog. 195.68 over 161. Second game, July 12th in Las Vegas. And again, the Valkyries covered at +5, and they lost 104-102 over 156. So this is the third matchup now. Valkyries have won 3 straight games. They are 4-1 last 5 games, and are 1-4 to the under. Valkyries. Las Vegas. They are 2-3 last 5, and are 3-2 to the over. So let's take a look at. We're going to take a look at here at this one here. Valkyries and Golden State. Let me see. I mean, Valkyries in Vegas. Excuse me. We're definitely going to take a look at this. Yep, we'll take a look at this one for sure. I'll give you a recommended play. Let's see. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. I don't have a client play for this game. No client play. The recommended play for this game, I would lean to the Valkyries +8.5. Vegas is on a back-to-back. They're on the second of a back-to-back. This is their second game on a back-to-back. And they got blown up by Minnesota yesterday. They're back at it today again. Valkyries are arrested. The lean, I would take the Valkyries here. The Valkyries have been playing well. They won 3 straight. I was going to make this a client play. I did not. So we'll give it up for free here. Valkyries +8.5. We'll give that to you guys here. So yeah, so we recommend Golden State +8.5. Definitely, I would take that. 3 straight wins for the Valkyries. Vegas has been up and down. They've won their 2-3 the last 5 games. Yeah, I take the Valkyries here +8.5. That's the way I would play it. Like I said, I was gonna make this a client play. Not anymore. We'll give it up for free. So this is +8.5 Las Vegas. Fourth and final game we're gonna look at here. Phoenix and Chicago. Phoenix and Chicago. This one opened up. This one here opened up at -10. Total 166.5. We're seeing 14s on the board. 14.5. Total is at it's still 166. We're seeing 165.5. So it's come down a bit. So let's take a look at this one here. We're going to take a look at it. This one we'll look at right now. Take a look at this game here. We'll look at the injury report first. Sure, there's a bunch of injuries in this game. Probably Angel Reese is out again with a back issue, but we'll see. Yep, Angel Reese is out with a back issue. She's not playing today. Ariel Atkins is out versus Phoenix again. She ain't playing. Those are the two there. So those are the two Chicago players that are out. Everybody else is healthy. So those are the big ones. Of course, Courtney Vandersloot's up for the season. Yeah, those are the big ones. So for this game here, it's all Phoenix money. Remember, Phoenix is coming off a loss at Atlanta. So you got them in a bounce back spot. And you got a lot of under money. So let's take a look at this one here. Let's see. Head-to-head this game. They played twice already. First game in Phoenix, May 27th. Chicago was a 7.5-point favorite. Phoenix won by 5 in that game. It went over 159. Second game, June 21st in Chicago. Phoenix won 107-86. 10.5-point favorites. Total was 160, went over. So before we get there to the recommended play, I have a client play for this game as well. So this one, last 5, Phoenix, 2 straight losses, 1-4 last 5. Chicago, 1-4 last 5. Phoenix is they are 2-2-1, 2 overs, 2 unders, and a push. 2-2-1 last 5 games. Chicago, they are, oh boy, Chicago's lost their 5 straight losses. They're on a 5-game, well, the last 5, they're 0-5 in their luck. Could we look at the last 5 games? So last 5 games is 0-5, and they are 3-2 to the over. So for me in this game, I have a client play for this game, but for me in this game, I'm gonna take. We're gonna recommend for you guys in this one here. We're gonna recommend the recommended play for this game. We're gonna look at the over. We'll recommend the over for this game. Last 2 meetings this season have gone over the total. Last year's game went over as well. So they've gone over in 3 straight games. Again, Phoenix is playing to the over. I'm sorry, Phoenix is 2-2-1 to the over. Let me verify that again. I keep mixing it up. Yeah, Phoenix 2-2-1 to the over. Chicago 3-2 to the over. Neither team plays any sort of defense whatsoever. No, these guys don't play any defense at all. I don't see any defense in this game whatsoever. And I know Angel Reese is out. He's out of the lineup, and everybody's got the under. But I'm gonna go against the public. They got the under. I like the over in this game. Like I said, none of these teams are playing any sort of defense. I know Angel Reese is out. Atkins is out. But I still think there still is enough offense to make this game go over the total, because like I said, nobody's playing defense on either team. There's no defense involved. I have a client play for this game, but the recommended play for here is the over 165. I take the over in this one. I might even make this a client play. I might turn this into a client play, but we'll see. But we gave you a free one here. If it's a client play, you have it first here. We gave you the over 165. But I have another client play for this game as well. So like I said, the client plays, if you want the client plays, again, you got to go to sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks. We did go 1-0 yesterday in the WNBA. There's only one WNBA game. We went 1-0. On the show, we went 0-1 on the show. But for the client play, we did go 1-0. Right now in the WNBA, I'm number one the last 7 days and 30 days in the WNBA. So I'm red hot right now. I'm still on top on the WNBA, still doing well, still smoking it on the WNBA games. We're doing well. So I have for the client plays right now, as of now, I do have, let me take a look here. I do have about, for the WNBA, 3 client plays. I might add a 4th one. I have 3 client plays right now on the WNBA. There are 3 client plays. Like I said, I may add a 4th client play, but 3 for now. And I'm gonna have 2 MLB games. We did go on to the MLB for the client plays, but I'll have about 1 or 2 for today. I haven't added the MLB game yet, but I will plan to add 1 or 2 MLB games today. So altogether, it could be 4 or 5 client plays. As of right now, we have 3 client plays for today. I might throw in 1 MLB and another WNBA. We'll see. But as of now, 3 client plays. So you can get to, like I said, sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks, and go there. And you'll get all the client plays. They'll be in the description below, and you can take advantage of the flex. We have a flex picks. Flex picks, you can pick any capper, myself, other cappers. We cover various sports, and it's a good way to increase your bankroll, make some money, cash some tickets. So again, sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks, everything's there for you guys in the description below. All right, so good luck to you guys. Let's have a big Sunday. Let's cash some tickets. Let's hit some winners. Let's have a profitable Sunday. There's no WNBA tomorrow. None whatsoever. It's off, so no WNBA tomorrow. However, Tuesday, there are 5 games on Tuesday. So tomorrow's a day off for the WNBA. So let's finish the weekend off strong, have a big Sunday, and let's hit some winners. Stay true to yourself, stay blessed, stay humble, believe in yourself. Good luck. Let's have a profitable Sunday. Peace and out. Take care.